Amid all the chaos throughout the crypto sector, the strong pullbacks, the breaking of support, Litecoin is actually faring pretty well. We had our main primary purple pattern break last time, which was calling for this to be a 1-2-1-2 nested setup, but we haven't really had any more technical damage ever since. We had shifted to this green primary pattern, which is a diagonal up, and in the diagonal you have usually corrective looking subwaves within. So you have an A, B, C up. And then right now we are presumably in a second wave. In diagonals, you typically have very deep retracements, which we have had in Litecoin. We had our major support at 104.05, so $104.05. That was the support. We got near it, but we haven't broken it yet. So until that breaks, our green pattern is primary. If that breaks, we may be in some trouble with this red pattern, which I'm going to shift to the big picture just to demonstrate. But I would like you guys to know that if you want to follow along on my charts, I do have links below in the description. So check those out. Might help you keep up as I go along with these charts. So on the big picture logarithmic view, we had shifted to the perspective that we were very likely following some kind of a diagonal pattern, big picture, just because of the depth of this retrace. So far, we're not seeing too much evidence against that being the case. Our green pattern, as I just mentioned, would be calling for a diagonal, or in this case, an ending diagonal to complete our fifth wave. So we have an ABC up, some kind of ABC down would be what you'd look for, something corrective. Deep retrace, we have had that so far. If we have bottom so far, we have started our third wave rally. So provided that we don't break that 104 support below, which is shown here, we should still have our targets more or less where they were. They've dropped slightly because we've retraced a little bit deeper. So we're looking at 352 to 453. Those would be your standard targets for the final top fifth wave. We project between 530 and 682. Those are your standard extension targets for a diagonal, the 1.32 to the 1.618 targets. There is a chance we make it all the way up to 880, 800 to 880 range. Those are also strong Fibonacci targets. So that's what these blue boxes are. There are strong Fibonacci resistances overhead, which may magnetically pull the price up to those levels. So as of now, there's nothing pointing at the green pattern being invalidated yet. But if it does invalidate, we would have a lower low. And it doesn't look that much lower than where we are right now on this log chart, but that would call for us falling from 140 to about what, $50, $60, something like that. So it'd be very painful to see that happen. Now, why am I concerned about this red pattern more than I was before? Looking just at the Litecoin chart, there isn't too much, there isn't anything too scary going on. However, we've had major issues in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm going to shift to this chart right here. So forgive me for the repetition if you've been watching my other updates across the crypto sector, but Bitcoin and Ethereum are the main cryptocurrencies. They're the primary indicators of sentiment across the entire sector. And believe it or not, there's even some correlation between the inflection points between this and the S&P 500, which I may go over in another video. But we have this purple primary pattern, which is now officially dead. I have shifted to my red alternate pattern. So the next Bitcoin update will cover this in more detail. But I'm going to take these drawings off real quick. This is the third wave. And based on what we had happen, we didn't quite go as low as we should have for the fourth wave. It got close, but it's a little less steep than standard. Ever since that, we've had a rally that's a clear three waves up. So you have an A, B, C, which is typical of a big B wave bounce. It went higher than our previous peak, so it's an expanded flat. Usually, if you want to see your bullish pattern break, you'd be looking for a 5-wave impulse down. So 5 waves down through support. So you want to break some kind of support. And unfortunately, that's exactly what we are seeing in Bitcoin. We actually broke down through the support, and I'm going to actually shift to this other chart, which gives us a bit more clarity on the picture, a little less clutter. So with that happening, we have what looks like a wave one down of our 5-wave C wave down. So C waves are always in 5-wave format, either impulsive or diagonal. Either way, they subdivide into 5 waves for the first, third, and fifth waves. We have that in Bitcoin. We also have it in Ethereum. Doesn't look as clear there. So if this is the case, I expect a sharp bounce back to retrace most of this in a wave 2. That'd be a fake out rally. And after that, you would expect a colossal crash down. So this is all but confirmed. I'm not certain yet, but this red pattern is my primary. How does that affect Litecoin? Well, as you guys know, all these cryptos move together. So if we see Bitcoin and Ethereum pull back hard, it could give this red pattern much more credibility. In addition, there is a chance we go even deeper than that in Litecoin. So shifting back to my short-term picture, my initial target for a lower low would be, again, in that $40 to $50 range. That is just based on the standard Fibonacci extensions, 1.764 to 2.0. There's a chance that we break much higher. Again, these things correlate, they run together. So if Bitcoin and Ethereum have a big bounce, Bitcoin's sitting at what, 44,000 just about. This thing could bounce up to as much as 60,000 over the next few days or weeks. A fake out bounce. If we see a clear three-wave rally in Bitcoin and we see a strong rally in Litecoin that also looks corrective, it could be indicative of some major downside ahead. So don't forget to subscribe, because I will keep you guys posted across all the cryptocurrencies. If I see something really bearish developing, I'm going to make some videos on clear strategies, some tactics you can follow to protect yourself, where to sell, how to buy back in, how to buy the F and dip later once we get to that point. If you like my video, don't forget to give me a like for that. Until next time, thank you for watching and happy trading.